Hey, Ozark Geek here. Cue the Mr. Rogers, "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood" music. I don't have it on here, but you can just imagine it. Okay, what are we looking at here? This is now the change since we did the digging project for a trench on our property. And this is the rain that I have flowing after 4 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. This is the water I've got. Prior to this, if you can see here, we've still got water coming down and around the trailer. Done a little bit of stuff, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. This was very much rushing water. You can see it coming down through the slats here. And of really interest is I've got a spot right here. Let's see if you can see it. That water is actually coming out of the ground underneath, so the water has worked a tunnel from up under the hill. Last time it rained before we digged the trench in, this was all fast moving water coming under here. So, and we had a lot of standing water up the way here. So I'm going to walk around here and we'll go take a look at that and get a close look at what the situation is. So we've got some water coming down the hill through this area, and water coming from this direction here wasn't really noticeable before, but now I see it and it's coming down. Prior to digging the trench, the water that I had coming down through here was at least twice as fast and twice the volume as what you see here. So that's an improvement. We originally started digging a trench, shallow as it is, up here. And I'm not sure where all the water's going, but this is a surprise. Okay, so this is the bottom end of the trench that we dug. And you can see the amount of water here and the amount of water that's moving. That water was coming down the sides of this hill. So this is all wet, soggy, and probably a quarter to a half inch of standing water the entire distance through here. This trench was cut probably 1.5 to 2 foot deep and backfilled with stones to help slow down the speed of the water movement. When it was put in, we had like a little bridge put in here, if you will, of ground over the rocks. So you can see we've actually got water coming through this area, coming down through here. And that's a fair amount of water. Kind of sort of starting to pick up rain again. I'm thinking this area here I might have to build up some dirt or rocks, because I think a big part of what I'm seeing down by the trailer was overflowing from this section here. And I give a big shout out to Brother Shannon for coming out and digging this in for me and backfilling with the rocks. Okay, you can see some more water coming in here. This area right back here was about a 3-foot diameter pond, probably 2 foot deep of water, and it would spill over the edge of that and then just overflow and go across the ground, if you will, in that direction. there was no going over this way. It was all going in this direction between these trees and around to about the middle of the camper, which is right in through here. So a little bit more adjustments, but I would say the trench project is a success. We're going to clean it up. I'm going to move some of these rocks that are kind of out here away, and clean it up, and then maybe set it up so we can throw some grass seeds, or I'll just let the grass that you normally see here that grows wild come up through that and fill itself back up. But I'll clean the rocks up so I can mow as it starts to get bigger. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I'm going to call it the end of the trench project, and we're good from there. Any comments that you have, leave down below, and if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and we'll go from here on to the next projects. Ozark Geek out. Shalom.